Hi, you're watching K-On! Trivial Facts and Random Thoughts Episode 2. Here I point out some interesting details in Season 2 of K-On! That you may have noticed, or not. Errors may be made in this video, and facts may not be 100% accurate. And if you find that I made a mistake, place a comment down in this comment section below, or send me a message. Now, let's begin. Now, the first thing I noticed in this episode was the English writing on the board. Considering that Tsumugi's erasing the board means I just finished English class, and within the first few seconds of this episode, we see Tsumugi's eyebrows turn upside down. This one would be number 4. Now, I find it funny when they try to wake up Yui. When they all think of cake to wake up Yui, Ritsu, Mugi, and Mio all have an upward boing sound, except for Nodoka. Just listen. Now please avert your attention to the whiteboard in the Light Music Club's room. If you look at it, it's exactly as it was as it left off in episode 1. Talk about consistency. Now there's some pretty questionable objects in the Light Music Club's closet. Various objects I want to point out are a Christmas tree, various sports equipment, posters, teen magazines, random books, snare drums, an amp, a stereo, stuffed animals, and I think that's a box with a dancing dog on it. Now if you look to the right of Sawako, you can see this case right here. This is the case that they pull out later to find Sawako's guitar inside. In this episode, this is the first and only time you'll ever see Mio in a ponytail. Now if you remember all the Strange Doll head appearances, then this won't seem strange, but what I find strange is the frickin' size of the thing. I mean, look at it. Now this next thing makes me assume what Mio actually likes. In the last episode, Mio takes the strawberry cake, and in this episode, she's eating another strawberry type dessert. Does this mean that Mio likes strawberries? You decide. Later on in this episode, they decide to clean the whole club room. They even decide to wipe down the whiteboard. Tsumugi's eyebrows upside down count, number 5. And quickly after count number 5, it turns upside down again, number 6. Now someone tell me how a girl in her senior years in high school is interested by screws. She must love screwing. Sorry, that was horrible. Now, I love how the screwdriver says Ranosanic. This is obviously an attempt to prevent infringement on Panasonic. Now, someone tell me, where did Tsumugi get that spoon, why is she cleaning it, and how did her eyebrows turn upside down? Number 7. When the music store clerk finishes appraising Sawako's guitar and tells him that it's worth 500,000 yen, Mio's eyes are the only ones that don't go circular from shock. I wonder how much calories that burger has. Now I find this really stupid how Azusa doesn't have a visual fantasy. All we get are these stupid spirally circular eye things. In Mio's fantasy, the multi-effects unit Mio wants is a Boss GT10B. The amp is a Heartcake Kickpack HS1200. In Ritsu's fantasy, the double kicks that she wants are Tama Iron Cobras. Now when these items pop out of nowhere, notice the sound effect. It sounds like one of those old school Pokeballs from Pokemon. Notice how Mugi doesn't have the evil aura around her like everyone else. Now, if she doesn't think that 100,000 yen is a lot of money, which is the equivalent to about $1,000, then how rich is she? Mugi's eyebrows turn upside down once again. This is number 8. Now, this kinda doesn't make sense to me how Yui is afraid of Ui. She gives her a thumbs up and then she's afraid of her? I thought thumbs up meant good job, not you did a bad thing. Now, I find this really funny when they're lying to Sawako. When their eyes get all freaky and scary, Azusa's eyes start twitching everywhere. Let's watch. Now the last thing I want to note is exactly when Ritsu puts the receipt in her mouth. When everyone gets super happy that Ritsu put the receipt in her mouth, Mugi's eyes are the only ones that don't turn into a bunch of lines. Now, one more thing. Why is Ritsu and Mio crouching on the ground? It's a little unnecessary. That about does it for this episode. On the next episode, I'm going to be covering all the interesting things in episode 3 of K-On! Now, if you notice something interesting in K-On!, something that makes you think, or something that I missed, contact me. And now, I'll see you later.